OK, we know there are two big problems about the US presidency at the moment. The first is that Joe Biden is not up to the task. The 80-year-old president is a very old, feeble and vague 80 and surely can't seriously be considered as the candidate for a second term. But the second problem is his vice president, of course. Kamala Harris is inexperienced, unconvincing, often incoherent and just a heartbeat away from the top job. And incredibly, the great hypothetical that any vice president should avoid talking about, the prospect that she might need to step into the job sometime, well, she was happy enough to answer that one when it was asked.
Questions about the president's age often go hand in hand with questions about how you would step in the role, if necessary. Do you feel prepared for that possibility? And serving as vice president prepared you for that job?
Yes.
Well, straight up, eh? She just said it. If old Joe subsides, I'm up for it. Now, this triggered a follow-up question, of course, and even though politicians should always avoid hypotheticals like this, the Veep recognised the trap and waded in regardless.
Yes.
And how would you, describe that process?
Which process?
Like as far as being ready for that.
Well, first of all, I'm answering your hypothetical, but Joe Biden's going to be fine, right. So that is not going to come to fruition. But let us also understand that every vice president understands that when they take the oath, that they must be very clear about the responsibility they may have to take over the job of being president. I am no different.
Oh dear, perish the thought. You're not supposed to talk about it, Kamala. Let's hope Joe Biden's health holds up for another year, and let's also hope that the Democrats put up two new candidates for next year's election and spare us another 4 years of Joe and Kamala and their word salads.